Not wank bank, wank break. Yes, I'm talking about taking a break during work to masturbate. This is not my idea. I saw this in a news story while I was at work, but it was a slow day, so I just saw it come up and I decided to read it. This news story was put on news.com.au, and it must have been a slow news day, but I consider news.com.au to be like the Daily Mail of Australia, so it's probably not that reliable, but it was a bit of a lull anyway. I found this article hysterical because it did actually make some grounding of sense, but would it ever be implemented? Probably not. The whole idea is that people should be taking wank breaks at work, or, masturbate at work in order to relieve stress and tension. One of the people said, and I'm going to quote this, so I'm going to look over here and read it, "I would expect a masturbation policy to result in more focus, less aggression, higher productivity, and more smiling." It certainly made me smile at work just by reading about the idea. And I guess that's true. I mean, masturbation is there to relieve tension. It's to make you feel more relaxed. But if I'm stressed, masturbating is not really the first thing I would think of doing. Like, I can't really masturbate when I'm stressed and freaking out. I'm guessing it would only work in like a big office, not a small office like what I work in. A big office with like big toilets and lots of cubicles, kind of like Michael Fassbender in the movie Shame, if you've ever seen that. But a few of the counter arguments in this piece, if you read it, is will it increase the likelihood of inappropriate sexual behavior in the workplace? I guess it probably could. If you're associating that masturbating is okay in the workplace, it may lead to, other grey lines, well, other solid lines that should be saying you can't do this and you can do this, become grey and a little bit problematic. Also, this article focuses largely on men. Women should be able to masturbate too. Bring it on. I'm amazed that women can masturbate and orgasm like several times in an hour. That's amazing. But would this actually think that we're heading to a world where your boss would say, "Oh, you're 10 minutes late. You went over your wank break time." What? Fraser, have you had your wank break yet? Oh, Fraser, we've got a meeting just after your wank break. You can come into this meeting. Come into the meeting. Fraser, you seem stressed. Have you had a bit of a toss? Hey, how was your wank break? Did you recolor the walls in there? Have you ever wanked at work, or more so, had sex? Because surprisingly, when I spoke to this about that's not English, let's do that again. Surprisingly, when I spoke to a lot of people about this, people have done a lot more than I was expecting. I've actually been approached by people and suggested this takes place in work. They don't realize I work in a tiny office with like 6 people, so probably not gonna work. I think people are gonna notice. I can reassure you, I said no and told them to fuck off politely. If your boss said to you, "Oh, we're gonna start masturbating, you've got 10 minutes, you've got 10 minutes to masturbate," would you actually do it? Would you take up that opportunity? Can you masturbate if you're stressed, if you're freaking out and you need a bit of a release? I can't, but I'm interested to know what you guys can do. The wank break movement, the new smoko, and probably healthier for you too. Thanks for watching, and until next time, that's a wrap.